Spoilers.
Spoilers!
Spoilers.
Make room for second breakfast and don your pointy ears. We're headed for Middle Earth. My name is Marsha, Adair, and this is the Coins of McGuffin Fandom Highlight. J.R.R. Tolkien published The Hobbit, a children's book following the adventures of a hobbit-turned-burglar, Bilbo Baggins, in 1937. Bilbo, engaged by his wizard friend Gandalf and an impressive number of dwarves, went from the retiring sort who wanted a quiet life to full-blown adventurer in a tale of there and back again complete with dragons. Then in 1954 and 55, Tolkien published The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers and Return of the King, and gave rise to a cultural phenomenon, a metric ton of fanzine essays on Middle-earth, and more fan fiction than you can wave Gandalf's wizard staff at. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is a giant, epic, sweeping tale of adventure, brotherhood, men, elves, dwarves, hobbits, desperate last stands, obvious goodies, even more obvious baddies, beards, and little people who like to eat a lot. The mythologies and languages that Tolkien created, and he was a linguist so he knew his stuff, provide a rich backdrop for a story in which the fate of the world depends on a hobbit, Frodo Baggins, nephew of Bilbo to be precise. He discovers the ring his uncle Bilbo won in The Hobbit is actually totally evil guy Sauron's ring of power. So Frodo is charged to destroy the one ring to rule them all, by dropping it in a very specific volcano, a long way away. But he has help from an alliance of men and elves and dwarves and... Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons? Because the races you could choose from, especially in the first edition, were heavily influenced by Tolkien's work. Plus, The Lord of the Rings' popularity was a big boost for the fantasy genre at the time, which can't have hurt the sales of the original fantasy RPG. So every time you get a group of your friends together and roll yourself up a sweet half-elf ranger, Tolkien probably deserves some of the credit. The Tolkienites have been fanning for over 60 years at this point, and they're still going strong. Cosplaying and costuming isn't a recent phenomenon. Tolkienites have been dressing up for cons since 1958. Yes, I know, before the internet. That's why they publish their essays in fanzines instead of on Tumblr. Now that's dedication. What's a fanzine, you ask? It's an unofficial magazine about something, in this case Lord of the Rings, written, edited, printed and distributed by fans for fans. It's like a fan site, but on paper, with no comment section, which could be a plus, depending on your audience. Fans of the book series had mixed reactions to the movies. On the one hand, movies! On the other hand, condensing the books into digestible films required cutting things out, which many people were unhappy about. Then again, making the Hobbit films meant adding a lot of things in, which fans were also unhappy about. And even in the movies, there's no explanation as to why the Fellowship didn't just call the Eagles to fly them to Mount Doom. Of course, we all know why that is. It's because... Never mind, we'll be talking about the movies in another episode anyway, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Are you a Tolkienite? When did you first read the books and who was your favourite character? Tell us in the comments below. And if you'd like a Tolkienite Coins of McGuffin card, you can support us on Patreon. My name is Marsha Adair, and may the plot always be convenient for you.